What's up, Jetty from Locked In Off-Road, and in this episode we're cooking on the smoker. This is my brand new 850G Pit Boss smoker that I bought. This is my first cook on it, so I hope you enjoy this episode. Don't know what I'm doing, we'll figure it out as we go along. Let's go.
Bada bing, bada boom. I'ma get it to the room. And I'm running out fast, I'ma get it out soon. Now I'm pumping that gas, y'all smoking on the fumes.
Alright, so meats within the smoker. We got spare ribs. We got oregano and parsley burgers. We got some sausage. We got some vegetables. We got zucchini. We got some corn. We got some brioche buns. And the other vegetable we got is potatoes. I'm gonna have a go at making Hasselback potatoes. That should be good. Alright, let's get into it. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get some rub on the spare ribs. And this is what we're using. We're using Smoky Q rubs and sauces, chipotle rub. So this will be a bit of heat. It'll taste good on this. As you know, this is the first cook I'm doing on the Navigator. So I'm just making it up as I go along and we'll see how it ends up. So I'm just getting a nice coating on the ribs. Make sure it's on all the sides. So we'll flip them over now, get the other side. Once we've done that, we'll get the sides. And then we're gonna fire up the smoker. And just rub your meat. Now I'm gonna season the patties. Just gonna keep it simple. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, bit of garlic powder. Let's do it. Just a light seasoning of salt. Bit of pepper. Just a sprinkle of garlic powder on each side. Time to start the smoker. Flick that to smoke. Open the lid. Open that. Wait for the pellets to feed in. Start fire. Get that smoke running clean. And we're good to go. We have fire now, it's burning clean, so we're good to go. We can shut the lid and I'll set the temp to about 120 and we'll get going. The temp's set now, so we'll let that get up to heat. While that's happening, I'm going to prepare the potatoes. Pit's up to temp, we're going to chuck these in for some pit snacks. Let's go. Get these bad boys in the smoker, chuck them up here on the right side and make sure there's a little gap between them. Let them cook and we'll get ready with the other meats. We're going to prepare the Hasselback potatoes now. So all I've got here is 2 spoons, a knife and a potato. This is so when you're cutting it down to make the little cuts in it, like so, you're not cutting all the way through the potato. So I'm gonna do 4 of these bad boys and I'll get back to you. Here I'm just gonna prep the zucchini. Just gonna chop it in half and give it some seasoning and a bit of oil. And that'll be able to go on the top rack on the grill.
So big.
It's now time to put in these lovely ribs. So I'm just going to chuck these on the left side and I'll put a probe in one of them. Keep an eye on the temperature. Time to shut the lid. I'm just going to set a timer for 1 hour for the ribs and keep an eye on the temperature to make sure they don't overcook, and we'll be able to pull the sausages out very soon. Let's go. The sausages should be done now, so I'm going to chuck the probe in them, check what temp they're at, and then we should be able to pull them off. They are looking pretty good. Perfect. sausages are done. So once I get these sausages off, what I'm going to do is load it up with the beef patties and the vegetables to get a bit of smoke on them. And then we'll leave it for another half an hour, get some more smoke on them ribs, they're looking nice. And then we'll wrap them afterwards. Alright guys, so we're going to chuck the patties in, get some smoke on them and chuck the vegetables in. Patty. We got 4 patties in there, ready to get some smoke on them. And now load up with veggies. So we've got potatoes, corn, zucchini. So we've got the veggies and the patties in, we're gonna let them smoke for half an hour. Then we're gonna wrap the pork. What I'm gonna do now, while I've got the meat and the vegetables smoking, I'm gonna make up a quick marinade when I put the ribs in the wrap. Gonna chuck some barbecue sauce in here, a little bit of apple juice for the caramelization effect and to thin out the sauce a bit. Mix that together, and I'm just going to chuck in a little bit of the rub we put on. I'm just going to chuck a bit of this onion in the tin foil with the ribs when I wrap them. I'm going to pull out the ribs and wrap them. What I'm going to do is just put a bit of a layer of this marinade on the bottom with the onions for them to sit on. And I'm just going to chuck the ribs in. Marinade is on, time to wrap these up and chuck them back in the smoker. I'm just going to put 3 layers of alcohol around this to make sure it's nice and tight and sealed up. Basically so they're steaming in the juices, make them nice and tender. So we've got a nice little sealed package there, and we'll just chuck that back in the smoker. And we'll come back and the patties are looking good. So what I'm going to do is crank the heat on the smoker up a little bit, get things moving along. We're going to bring the temp up to 150 and we'll be back shortly, and we should almost be done by then hopefully. So I'll see you then. Everything's up to temp now. What I'm going to do is finish everything off with the flame grill. So let's get into that. It's going to slide the ribs over the side. We're going to crank up the smoker to get some flames happening. Going to chuck some butter on the taters. Righto, we're going to open the flame broiler now. We got flames. So just going to quickly toss the patties in there to get a bit of char on them. They've been nicely smoked. Patties are done. Let them rest. Then we're going to chuck in some of the zucchini. Get some flame on them. Get some nice grill marks on them. And they'll be good to pull out. They're looking nice. Perfect. Pull the zucchini off. Going to roll the corn through the flames. Get a little bit of char on the corn, like that. Gonna unwrap the ribs, see how they're looking. They're looking pretty juicy. So I'm just gonna chuck them back on the rack to firm up a bit. Get a bit of bite back into them. Alright, close the lid. We'll check back on these shortly. Chucking some cheese on the patties. Melt that on them. It is time to pull everything off. Close up for that, mate. Oosh. Oosh, brother. So now we'll just let everything that come off rest a bit. Gonna turn the smoker off and we'll check back in with you. It'll go in the shut off mode now. Let's see how we done with the first cook on the Pit Boss Navigator. We'll check back in with you once we've put everything together on a plate and we'll see you for the taste test. Let's go. Here for the taste test time now. I got my little brother, CJ, Cujo Gold on Spotify. Check him out. We're gonna tuck in and see how it tastes. This is the first time I've ever done this, so hopefully it's good.
Not bad.
I'm gonna try on the potato.
Yeah.
It's cooked, so that's a start. I've still got rib in my mouth right now.
So, what is this?
Zucchini. That also tastes good. I'm gonna try my burger with the brioche bun. Well, brioche bread, I should say.
Ribs good.
That's good. Everything
Good.
seems to be good. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep eating. So, wait till I finish eating so I can talk.
Have the corn. You know, I like corn.
The corn, I don't have a piece of corn for some reason. I wonder how that happened.
I don't have a piece of bread for my burger.
you want one of my breads?
No.
I'm gonna steal corn from over here. Let's see how the corn tastes. I bet you it tastes like corn.
It's hard. I got my own.
No, right now. The corn's really good. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you subscribe. Also do forward driving, product reviews relating to camping. I go fishing, crabbing, and do cook-ups obviously. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment down below with any suggestions of what I should cook next. Let me know any techniques or tips to use the smoker. This is the first time I've used it. I think I've done alright, says myself. Make sure you click the link in the description. I've got merch on there. I've got my Instagram, so make sure you go follow that. And remember, stay locked in.